Okay, everybody, it is me, Gregory Mannarino. Yes, it's still me. Just checking. Look, here's the story. This is... it's already starting. This is my newest segment of Markets A Look Ahead, and I'm going to try to keep it together here. Before we look forward, let's look back towards last week, because it was huge what happened on Friday. So we understand Friday. I mean, a big rally here on Wall Street after Bank of America came out saying, people, Greg Mannarino's right. The Federal Reserve will be instituting yield curve control. I mean, that was a rally cry for this market. Institutional buyers started piling in. And of course, the market did finish higher. Now it gets better than that. It gets freakishly better than that. Let's talk about Federal Reserve President Neil Kashkari. Most of you know I refer to this guy as Lex LUTHOR. Supervillain Lex LUTHOR has nothing on Neil Kashkari. Neil Kashkari is the real deal. He is the supervillain of the Federal Reserve. So what I want to do here, I want to read this to you real quick because I want to get this correct. So this is Fed President Neil Kashkari. He's referring to, or with regard to these rate spikes we've seen lately. Quote, Neil Kashkari, Fed President, if real rates spike, that may warrant more easing. Now, let me ask you, does that require a duh? I think it does require a duh. Look, you and I, we are so far ahead of the curve. It's just frankly retarded. I'm going to use the word, I know it offends certain people, but I'm not talking about certain individuals who may suffer from a mental defect. It's retarded. All right, let's just call it what it is. We understand the game better than anybody else. The Fed is going to do things like I just said on Friday, and I've been explaining to you forever that we cannot believe because we know the game. Look, let us put a very clear picture as to what is going on. What does the Fed want? The Fed wants to inflate on a scale that you can't even imagine. That's what they want to do. That's their goal. This is their end game. If we understand that's what they want to do, it allows us to capitalize on this exact thing. We have Federal Reserve President Neil Kashkari explaining the Fed is going to do what you and I have known. I mean, Bank of America, Friday, yes, yield curve control is coming. And also, let's not forget, some type of new operation twist. They're telling us they're going to do it. Buying long-term debt, selling short-term debt, and people, this is all part of a bigger package here, not only for the Federal Reserve and its freak show Congress. Okay, the real Congress is Federal Reserve presidents. They're Federal Reserve freak show presidents. Okay, and to me, honestly, and I'm going to say it again, probably the biggest freak of them all, and look, I could be wrong on this, is Lex LUTHOR himself. This is Neil Kashkari. The man is Lex LUTHOR. You don't know who Lex LUTHOR is? Please. Maybe I'm revealing my age a little bit. Yeah, I used to like Superman comic books when I was a kid. So just look up Lex LUTHOR and you're going to say, whoa, this is Fed President Neil Kashkari. It is. It's him. We were foretold that Lex LUTHOR would come, and here he is. Anyway, look, the Fed wants control. You know that. What we're witnessing now is a mechanism towards the greatest level of control you can possibly imagine. The Fed wants the entire debt market in their back pocket. They already have most of the debt market in their back pocket. They want it all. They want it all. And it's not just the Fed, it's central banks around the world. They are involved in the biggest financial fraud and financial scheme in the history of the world. I think you know that if you follow this blog here. It's an incredible setup to witness this right before your eyes. Things that I have spoken about for an entire decade, people, are now happening. I'm getting winded over here. It's really the truth. Anyway, so the digital dollar is also part of this control mechanism. It's coming, people. It's coming. And the market can smell it. The market knows it. The cryptocurrency market seems to realize it. This is why you're seeing this spike in cryptocurrencies. You got Bitcoin right now back over 51,000. I told all of you at 27,000. Let's not go back to when I told you to buy it at $2,700 years ago. 27,000. I told you that you had hedge funds buying this stuff. You know, it's no secret. You got corporations buying this stuff. But again, if we understand the end game, a level of central bank balance sheet inflation like you can't even probably believe. This is going to go beyond what I think most of us, even myself, could get our heads around. So again, people, I'm going to say this for the quadrillionth time. Bet against this debt. Become your own central bank. Let them play their game with gold and silver. We're going to keep holding this stuff, the physical assets. You understand? With regard to this market, look, I'm going to just say it again. I hear from people every day. Okay, people write to me, and some of my lions too. And they're like, oh, Greg, I'm short this market. I know you don't want us to be short this market, but I'm getting short this market. I'm going to say you're going to need a lot of luck. You're going to need a lot of luck shorting this market here, especially after things like, Bank of America. Don't listen to Greg Mannarino. Listen to Bank of America telling you that the Fed's going to institute yield curve control. Listen to Lex Luthor here, Neil Kashkari, telling you the Fed is going to inflate even more, and you want to bet against this market? It's not real. You see, I understand the perspective of some of my lions out here, and most of you can't even imagine or believe the situation you're in. Your brain is defaulting probably back to a real market. We don't have that in any way, shape, or form. We have a Fed determined to inflate on a massive scale. Central banks around the world determined to inflate on a massive scale. They're going to institute, again, some type of yield curve control, some type of operation twist, more quantitative easing. It's just not going to stop until it doesn't. So what we do, me and my lions here, is we trade the fakery. The market could not be more fake. The economic environment, we're in free fall. And that guarantees the stock market will go higher. The worse the economic news is, the higher the market will go. Because again, creatures like Neil Kashkari are telling us the Fed's going to buy it all. They're going to buy it all. Why would we not take the word of Lex Luthor himself? I believe Lex Luthor. I think he's telling us the truth. The Fed, they've been telling us this. We got Fed Brainerd, the other one. She's the female version of Lex Luthor, telling us, oh, the Fed, we're all concerned. We're very concerned about these rising bond yields and rates. Oh, it's concerning to us. So we will take action. People, take them at their word. They're broadcasting to us what they're going to do. So if you're getting short this market, you're fighting a monster. You're fighting a monster. Look, every time this market drops, we had this Thursday and Friday prior, we had the market crater 1,000 points, and then they float out Fed presidents to ease the market. Don't you see the mechanism, how it works? The Fed watches the stock market as much as we do, all right? And they are managing the market. It's completely managed. And they do it by jawboning, a lot of it. The market needs to constantly be reassured that more easy money is coming. And as you can see, every time there's some kind of turmoil lately in the debt market, what do we get? Fed President, Lex Luthor, whoever, floating them out here saying, hey, this is what we're going to do. And now they're using Wall Street banks, Bank of America, yield curve control. I mean, look, I'm Greg Mannarino, nobody. I get that. So when you hear, so I can tell you, I can sit here and say, hey, the Fed's going to institute yield curve control. This is what I see because this is what's going on. Obviously, I can't affect the market. But when you got a major bank saying the same thing Greg Mannarino is saying, well, guess what? Whammo, there goes the stock market. It's crazy. It's so twisted. Now, let's talk about a few other things here. I've been explaining to all of you, crude oil is going to keep going up. Look at what they're doing to crude oil now. We had a 5.5, almost a 5% run higher on Thursday, Friday, another like 4%. Crude oil, people, you know what this is? It's the lifeblood of the military-industrial complex. They're going to prop it up every way they possibly can. And if you can only imagine, and just look this up for yourself, I'm not going to sit here and broadcast it, the amount of products that are made with crude oil, your mind will be blown. Just Google it. So you can expect, again, inflation across the board. You're going to be paying a lot more for everything. This is all by design too. Again, it's to bring about this digital dollar. People, I really, really hope that those of you that have been following my work, that have been with me for any length of time, can see that and recall things that I have spoken about in the past, sometimes months and even years ago, are now happening. It's all before our eyes. It's crystal clear to me, and I'm sure to you, if you've been following this blog, that what we're seeing here, it's following the trajectory I have outlined for you, okay? And we're going to stay ahead of this market. There's nothing that's going to get in our way here. Nothing whatsoever, because you and I, understand the bigger picture. Most people have no clue. They think this is all by accident, or maybe this is happening by accident, or that's happening by accident. No, nothing. Zero. It's all been thought out. We are not living in present time, like I've explained to you. And it's being foretold to us what they're going to do. So we know we got this covered from every angle. If we're able to just engage our brain just a little bit, you need maybe 3 functioning brain cells. Maybe that's it, just 3. Okay? You can put this together and get yourself in the right spots now. You understand? I hope you do. I really do. I think you do if you follow this blog. Anyway, so let's just summarize real quick. We got Lex LUTHOR here talking about more money printing. Okay, that's what it comes down to. More debt issuance, just like I've explained to you would happen. We got other Fed presidents saying the same thing. We got Yellowstein himself, the Fed chairman, explained the Fed will use all their tools, and they have one tool, and that is to expand the debt in every manner they can possibly use it, because that's their goal, to inflate. People, don't take my word for it. Go look at the Federal Reserve's balance sheet. Look at it right now. Open up a new window and just search Federal Reserve balance sheet. They show it to you. Go look at the picture of the balance sheet. It's gone parabolic. If you think this is going to stop, you really don't understand what's going on here. You don't understand what is going on and what will continue here. And it's not just the Fed. The Fed just happens to be the hub of it all. The U.S. dollar is the world reserve currency. And it will remain that way unless we have a world war. But we're in a war right now. And we have a one world government right now. And that is the Federal Reserve. You want to know who the real Congress is? It's Federal Reserve presidents. Wake up. The rest of it is a shit show. And you know that. I'm going to calm down here. Look, yeah. This stuff freaks me out. I think you know that, and I'm sure it freaks you out too. All right, look, long video. I'm going to end it. I'll see you in the morning. People, watch this video like 4 times. 4, okay? And maybe it'll start to, make an effect on you. We got to rewire your brain. If what I am saying here does not make sense to you, there's something not going on correctly. Something's not engaging. So watch the video and ponder these things that I've spoken about, and look this stuff up for yourself. Understand what's going on. You're a pawn in a game. This whole thing is a game, a twisted game. And when you have arch villains, super villains like Lex LUTHOR, Neil Kashkari, telling you what's going to happen, and Wall Street super banks, well, and then you say, hey, this is what Greg said. Maybe you'll understand it. Look, I love all of you so much. And I want to thank all of you again for supporting my work. You guys are incredible. I'm working very hard to actually make this happen for you. I want to give a shout out to someone here, and I don't even know who this was because there was no return address. Maybe it was this company themselves. I don't even know. I get this in the mail. It's a beautiful piece here. Elton John on the back. And I don't know, maybe it was you guys. Whoever it was, thank you. And anyway, that's where you need to be, people. You see that? That's where you need to be, right here. This is my favorite asset on the face of the freaking earth. Physical silver. All right. Love you a lot. Out of here. See you in the morning.